At just 17 years old, he wasn't hiding in abandoned buildings or running through forests. He was sitting in his bedroom, behind a computer. Yet somehow, he stayed one step ahead of the FBI. Every time agents believed they had finally found him, he vanished without a trace. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no mistakes. How did a teenager outsmart one of the most powerful law enforcement agencies in the world? And what happened when the FBI finally caught up with him? This is the unbelievable true story of the teenager the FBI couldn't catch. This is the story of Pryx and the rise of Hellcat. 1. The baguette demand. November 4th, 2024, Schneider Electric, a French energy giant with $40 billion in annual revenue, wakes up to a nightmare. A ransom note had appeared on their systems, but it wasn't a typical demand. Instead of Bitcoin or Monero, the hacker demanded $125,000 paid in baguettes. It sounds like a joke, but the damage was very real. Someone had walked straight through their digital front door and walked out with 40 gigabytes of data, including 400,000 rows of user information and 75,000 email addresses. While the world's media scrambled to understand why a cybercriminal wanted bread, a 17-year-old in the Middle East was watching the chaos unfold with a smile. His name was Pryx, and along with a group called Hellcat, he was about to become the most discussed hacker in the world. But who was he? And how did a teenager gain the power to hold a global corporation hostage? 2. The origin of a prodigy. To understand Pryx, we have to go back to Tunisia in 2015. A 7-year-old boy watches the news as police intercept a truck filled with explosives intended for a suicide bombing at 2 churches. He learns that a group of hackers had monitored ISIS communications and warned the police, preventing the tragedy. In a country with limited opportunities, the internet became his escape. By age 10, he was lurking on black forums, meeting legendary figures like Sebastian, the founder of Ghost Squad hackers. By 14, he had live access to Pakistani government systems. By 2021, while most kids his age were worried about exams, Pryx was breaching corporations, generating billions in revenue. He wasn't just a script kiddie, he was building his own tools from scratch. He even won a competition on a major Russian cybercrime forum by creating an info stealer that used a hidden Tor service to route stolen data anonymously. 3. The birth of Hellcat. In mid-2024, Pryx joined forces with 2 other specialists to form Hellcat. Ray Hikichen, based in Jordan, loud about his politics, and highly active on BreachForums. Grep DNA, a technically gifted hacker who had already breached Dell and Capgemini. They had a strict business model. They only targeted companies with at least $5 billion in annual revenue. Their method was double extortion. They would steal the data first, then encrypt the systems, essentially kidnapping the data and the access. Pryx even built a bespoke negotiation panel that ran directly on the victim's computer via the TOX protocol. It was peer-to-peer and encrypted, meaning law enforcement couldn't just take it offline like a traditional dark web portal. 4. Psychological warfare and pinger. Hellcat didn't just want money, they wanted a performance. In October 2024, they hit Israel's parliament, the Knesset, as a middle finger to the government. But their most theatrical attack was against Pinger, a US telecom provider. After moving laterally through Pinger's network, they didn't just lock the files, they physically cut the power to the server infrastructure. 11 terabytes of systems went dark. Then, something eerie happened. Every printer in the Pinger offices suddenly whirred to life, printing page after page of a ransom note. They forced the employees to hold the evidence of the breach in their hands. Shortly after, they hit Telefonica in Spain, leaking nearly 500,000 support tickets and customer lines for free, just to show they could. 5. The fatal $1,000 mistake. While Hellcat seemed invincible, a cyber intelligence firm called Kella was connecting the dots. They tracked Pryx's aliases and Ray's compromised family computer in Jordan. But the real blow came from the outside. In February 2025, French authorities and the FBI stormed an apartment near Paris. They arrested 25-year-old Kai West, known online as IntelBroker, the administrator of BreachForums and a key Hellcat associate. Despite years of perfect security, IntelBroker made one mistake. He usually only accepted Monero, a private cryptocurrency, but just once he accepted $1,000 in Bitcoin from an undercover agent. That single transaction on a public ledger led to a Coinbase account, a UK driving license, and finally, his front door. With their main platform seized, Hellcat didn't fall to the FBI. It fell to itself. Internal arguments and a lack of trust tore the group apart from the inside. By the spring of 2025, their Telegram went dark and their leak site vanished. So where are they now? Ray immediately founded a new group called Shiny Hunters. Grep is still at large, likely hitting high-value targets. IntelBroker is in prison. And Pryx, the teenager the FBI couldn't catch, he is reportedly living in the UAE. In a stunning turn of events, the person who social engineered criminal forums and demanded baguettes from a $40 billion company is now working legally as a vulnerability researcher. He was 17 when he sent that baguette demand. He's 19 now. And while Hellcat only lasted 6 months, the psychological tactics and tools he built are still out there, proving that in the digital age, a teenager in his bedroom can be more powerful than a global agency.